What up, peeps? Welcome to a pickup video. It has been a long time, but there is a good reason. When I get new stuff for my collection, I'm primarily getting it from the store, or at least I get it delivered to the store if it doesn't come from the store itself. So I keep everything in my collection in a Google document spreadsheet, and I try to not bring anything home until it's in the spreadsheet. And keeping the things physically separated makes it very easy for me to not accidentally leave something out or just have anything get mixed up. So what ends up happening is I pile up stuff at the store, I don't enter it daily like I should, and then, a month or two goes by and I have a huge amount of stuff to enter. And I get it in my head that I need to enter everything, bring it all home, and then do one pickup video with all of it. But that's not really realistic because I'm never going to catch up because I'm always getting new stuff. So what stuff that I have here is from who knows how many months, but this is not everything. This is what's entered into my spreadsheet so far. So the next pickup video, which I'll try to make, before a few months, will include some of the stuff that maybe I already own at this point. It's just not in my spreadsheet yet. So it's also really hot in here, so if I start sweating, I'm sorry. We're getting AC installed in our house this August, and it's going to be a hot summer until then. So I have everything around me here. This is my first time filming a pickup video with this background and everything. Hopefully it looks all right. I can see there's some glare right here, but yeah, let's just jump into it. So I'm going to start with DS and 3DS because there's only 4. I have Gianna Sisters DS. Oh, also, I'm filming this on my phone this time because the camera that I would normally use is actually at the store right now. But Gianna Sisters, pretty hard to find DS game. Same with Junior Island Adventure. This one got traded into the store, and I actually wasn't going to keep it. It is kind of an expensive game, like, $70, $80, but I wasn't going to keep it, and we put it out for sale at the store. It sat there for 4 or 5 months, and no one bought it, so I was like, okay, I don't feel bad taking it now, because I'm, going for a complete DS collection, not actively, but I am going for it, and so that's the kind of stuff that I'm looking for, but like I said, not focusing on DS right now, so I'm not trying to keep every single game I don't have. And then 2 3DS games, we have Pokemon Art Academy, one of the very few Pokemon games we did not have yet in the collection. I was actually just looking at my Switch games. I don't have Pokemon Shield. I have the Pokemon Shield pack with all the extra stuff, but I don't have the regular Shield. And then Androdunos 2, one of the last 3DS games to be released. We were taking pre-orders for this at the store. We got a bunch of copies in. I think we got 30 or 50 copies. They sold out immediately. This is number 498 out of 6,000, which is pretty cool. It was the lowest number that we got. We didn't get anything like super low, but still cool. Then I have a Game Boy Link cable, and this is the Japanese Pokemon, the Pikachu one. And Abby wanted to keep this, that's why we did. And then also, we have a pre-order bonus here. This is the Lugia figure. This is the pre-order bonus for Pokemon Soul Silver, I believe. And I already have the Heart Gold one. There's a Giratina figure for Platinum. I think there might be a couple more, but I'd like to get all of them eventually. I'm just going to stack some stuff up here just to get it out of my way because I'm very cramped in here with all this stuff. Next up, I have another Wii remote that I did not have in the collection yet, and that is the Bowser remote with the Wii U packaging. It's obviously opened, but, I don't care about that. I think there's one more that I need to have all of the character remotes. I can't remember which one it is, though. And then, this is really cool. I have a genuine Nintendo spare part Super Nintendo controller. This is not a Super Nintendo Classic. This is the original Super Nintendo controller. And this is basically, this is official, released from Nintendo like this. But if you go onto Nintendo's website right now, you can sometimes find refurbished items, whether it is a controller, or a cable, or a charger, or something like that. And I have quite a few of those in the collection, but this is kind of that same idea. This wasn't available at a retail store. this was like a refurbished kind of product that you could maybe get from like a Nintendo authorized repair center or something like that. But either way, these things are really, really hard to find. I've never seen a Super Nintendo controller before. I've seen like NES power supplies and stuff like that, but that is super, super cool, and it's in amazing condition. Very happy to add that to the collection. And then I have a Japanese GameCube broadband adapter, or a modem adapter, whatever it is. Pretty cool. Nothing to say about that. I have one VHS tape, and that is a promotional tape for the Aladdin game for the Super Nintendo. You can see the Super Nintendo branding on there. Super cool. I have a small collection of VHS. I'm not going for like movies and stuff, but I am collecting the video game related tapes, so that'll go onto the shelf with the rest of them. And a couple more accessories and stuff here. I have a 59 block GameCube memory card. This is factory sealed. And this is actually a replacement because I already have one of these. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere. It might be behind me down here. I don't know. I already have one of these, but the one that I have is like, I got it at Goodwill also. Not this one. I got the original one from Goodwill, but it's completely cracked and destroyed. This is a very nice condition upgrade. It's still a little bit yellowed, so it's not perfect, but there's like, you know, there's a little dent here, but I'm not really seeing any cracks on the plastic, so definitely a nice condition upgrade. And then I have this little Steambot Chronicles keychain harmonica, which I don't know if this was like a pre-order bonus or what, but I'm pretty sure it was Steambot Chronicles. But anyway, I have the PS2 game, so I'm just going to stick that in the case with it. And then I have a Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Crystal Bearers soundtrack. This is a soundtrack for a Wii game. So I actually got rid of some of my soundtracks, the ones that were for consoles that I'm not really going after. So I got rid of like the Halo soundtracks and stuff, but I still have a decent stack, probably maybe like 40 or 50 soundtracks, so that's going to be added to that collection there. Then I have the Game Boy printer, complete in box. I got this from, actually it's not complete in box, there's no cable and no paperwork, but the unit itself is in there. I got this from Adam. He purchased a bundle of stuff on eBay, and there was, I think it was this and maybe something else was like nowhere near the condition it was supposed to be. And so instead of returning it, I just paid him what he paid for it because he got a good price on it. So I'm happy with that. I also have, and this is probably one of the coolest things I'm going to be showing in this video, I have the Play It Loud red original Game Boy, complete in its plastic case with all of the paperwork. This paperwork all comes out, so most of these plastic cases that you see do not have that. It's always missing. So that is really, really cool. Super happy to have this. I picked this up from another local store called Legendary Games. I had seen them post it on their Facebook, and I was like, hey, I'm going to come get that right now. So I did, and it is super, super cool. This now makes 2 of the Play It Loud Game Boys that I have in the plastic cases with all the paperwork. I have the black one and the red one. But like I said, they're pretty hard to find with that paperwork. I've had probably 4 or 5 other plastic cases, but no artwork, so I just got rid of them. Next, another GameCube accessory. This is the keyboard controller, the ASCII, I think is how you say it. And there's actually 2 different versions of this. There is this one here, where it's just got the Phantasy Star logo. There's another one that has the characters on the box, which is the one that I already have. So I don't know where that is. Oh, it's way up by the ceiling. But I have both versions now in box, which is super cool. You guys know I love collecting complete in box controllers, and going for the import ones I also really enjoy. So it's cool to get both of those and not have to buy them again because they are not cheap. 2 more controllers here that I picked up from Nintendo's website, and that is the Sega Genesis and N64 Switch Online controllers. Very, very cool. For the collection, I'm probably not going to be using them, unfortunately, because I think that the Switch Pro controller is amazing and I love it. So I have really no use to actually pull these out and play with them, but it is nice to have them in the collection because I collect for Nintendo 64, obviously, but I also am collecting for Switch, so kind of satisfies both of those collections. Next, we're going to look at Well, I guess I'll continue with the systems, just because I only have 2 left. We'll just get them out of the way. First, we have the Pokemon Dialga and Palkia Switch Lite. So this came out a little while ago, but it's been a while since I've done a pickup video. And then the other system is also a Pokemon one, and this is a Japanese exclusive Pokemon Center Torchic Game Boy Advance SP. This thing is really, really awesome. I think that I overpaid for it, but obviously, now that I have it, it doesn't really matter. It is in great condition. It's got all the baggies, as you can see. But I think when I had purchased this, there weren't any posted on eBay that I could see. And so I think I paid like $400 or something for it, or close to that. But then, like, after getting it, when I was putting it into my spreadsheet, I look everything up to try to put an approximate value on it, and I did see some for like $300 or less. So I think I overpaid, but still, I'm really happy to have it because it is awesome. Okay, so that is it for all of the accessories and the consoles and the random stuff like that. So from this point on, everything is going to be games, or at least an empty box. So let's start with GameCube. GameCube is behind me on the shelf right up here. I am 2 games away from a complete set, and people keep asking me which games I need. I decided not to put that information out there because I didn't want someone to just send it to me, because I'd like to find them, but I actually have a lead on both of them right now, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be getting them with the help from my friend Nathan. So in the next pickup video, you should see me completing the GameCube set, but I needed these ones here to do that. So first up is just a variant, the Herbs Sims in the City. The only one I had, which is right here, was the special edition, like that. So I got this one because it's a variant. I'm gonna put that one back on the shelf, put all these other ones away when I'm done filming. And then Fairly Odd Parents, Breaking the Rules. And the last GameCube games I needed were not rare games, except for one of them. Shrek Super Party. And NFL Blitz Pro. And then the one kind of rare one I still needed was Zatch Bell Mamoto Fury. And I'm finally glad to get it. This is a complete copy. I originally got this with no manual, and it was a good price, so I couldn't pass it up. And then I think that Abby actually found me the manual, if I'm not mistaken. I think she got it on eBay or something. I can't remember for sure, but because it's been a while. But that was the rarest GameCube game I still needed, and that is off the list. And the last 2, you guys are going to be surprised once you see what they are, because they are nothing special. So, moving on. I have one Virtual Boy game, and you guys know I have a full US set. This is a Japanese exclusive that I did not have, and that is Space Squash. So Virtual Boy, can't really see, it starts right here. There's this game, and then 1, 2 more, and then Virtual Boy. But I have the full set of US games, complete in box, and I have a lot of the Japanese ones, and I'm trying to just complete that set as well, because there's not that many. So that is one that I still needed, and that is off the list. Okay, I lied. There's one more non-game item, and that is another soundtrack, and it is the Pokemon Red Green Super Music Collection, which is a Japanese import soundtrack for Red and Green version, which is super cool. I love the artwork on there, and all the music from those games is just amazing. So that is really cool to have. Next, let's look at Nintendo Wii, because I only have this many games. First one, it's a factory sealed game, and I decided not to really collect factory sealed stuff for most consoles, but this is a game that I had just never seen anyway, so it didn't matter to me that it was sealed. I was going to keep it regardless, and that is My Personal Golf Trainer. Just like I said, a game I've never seen before, never heard of, and that's the kind of stuff that I'm really trying to add to my collection if it's not a console I'm focusing on. Like GameCube, I'm so close to finishing it, I'm really focusing on that system. Wii, eventually I'll be, focusing on it for a complete collection, but for now, I'm just keeping the games that come into the store that are ones that are really obscure, ones I've never seen or heard of. And that is pretty much the case with 2 of these other ones here, which are Freddy Fish, Kelp Seed Mystery, and Spy Fox Dry Cereal. I've seen this game quite a few times, just never added it to the collection. This one I've never seen before. I do recognize the character, but never seen that Wii game. And then another one that I don't really see very often is Overlord Dark Legend. And then one kind of special one that we got in a big collection recently, and that is Castle of Shikigami 3. So I'm very happy to add those to the set. And another collection that I thought I had complete, and I was mistaken, is Wii U. And Wii U was the first set that I completed, but I didn't realize I was missing a game. And I don't know how, because I basically, when I'm focusing on a collection, I will find a master list of every game released. I will then compare that to my list of what I have, and I will remove the games I have from the master list, which then leaves me with a list of games I still need to get. And somehow this game slipped through the cracks, and it's like the most expensive Wii U game I've purchased, aside from the New York exclusive ones, and that is Book of Unwritten Tales 2. I can't believe I did not have this in my collection, because I remember seeing this at GameStops for like $12, and I guess I never picked it up. And so I had to spend $300 on this piece of crap, and that really sucks. It's not in perfect condition, which I couldn't really tell from the listing. This actually came from a seller in Mexico, but on the spine here, you might be able to see there's a couple like little creases in the artwork, which it sucks, but you know, it is what it is. And if we ever get one traded into the store, I can probably upgrade the artwork on there. And then I have 3 Japanese exclusive Wii U titles, and I decided kind of not to go for a lot of import stuff, but with Wii U, there's not that many, so I'm still kind of doing it just to maybe complete the set. Maybe once I get all the Japanese Wii U exclusives, maybe I'll sell that little subset just as a collection on eBay or something, I'm not sure. But I have Fatal Frame. And then I think this is like Dynasty Warriors or Samurai Legends or something like that. And then I believe this is Yakuza 1 and 2 HD. Alright, let's move on to PS1 and PS2. I only have one PS2 game this time, which is pretty weird, and that's Unison Rebels of Rhythm and Dance. Just a weird, uncommon game, not really rare or anything, but just didn't have it. And then for PS1, I have Rage Racer. Not Ridge Racer, it's Rage Racer. And then also Robo Pit 2. So I have the first and the second one now. And then the rest of the PS1 games I have to add to my collection today are long box games. And this is kind of a subset that I've really enjoyed collecting. I have a ton of them. I've got like 40 or 50 of them, but I'd like to complete that set, you know, going for complete PS1 also eventually. But anytime we get a long box game traded in at the store that I don't already have, I do add it to the collection. So we have Ridge Racer, Mortal Kombat 3, Gex, Descent, and Philosoma, I think is how you say it, or Philosoma, I don't know. Alright, so everything else, actually, before I say everything else is Nintendo, that's not true. I have Dreamcast games. As you guys may or may not know, I decided to get rid of most of my Sega stuff. One, to afford a bigger down payment on the house that I'm filming this video in, but also because I don't have enough room to store everything, and I think that maybe eventually I'll start collecting like Genesis and Saturn and stuff in the future, but for now, I'm happy with just keeping Dreamcast and Sega Pico, because I now have a complete Dreamcast collection. With the addition of this stack of games here, I have the full US library, minus a couple variants, but I have one of every game. And I'm only 1 or 2 games away from the Pico set, which is why I decided to keep that as well. So I'm going to kind of go through these a little bit quickly. So with these, like I said, I now have a complete North American Dreamcast set, and that is Mag Force Racing, Mortal Kombat Gold, Hidden and Dangerous, Tokyo Extreme Racer 2, which is an expensive game, Star Wars Demolition, Evil Dead, Hail to the King. Super Magnetic Neo. Spawn, In the Demon's Hand. Capcom vs. SNK. KO or Cow, I don't know how you say it, the kangaroo. Probably KO. Industrial Spy, Operation Espionage. The Last Blade 2, Heart of the Samurai. A lot of these games I've never seen before until getting these copies, which is probably why I didn't have them already, because they're pretty uncommon. Street Fighter 3, Third Strike. Tom and Jerry in House Trap. Pod Speed Zone. Ducati World Racing Challenge. ECW Anarchy Rules. ECW Hardcore Evolution. Red Dog Superior Firepower. Roadsters. Sega GT. Incoming. 18-Wheeler American Pro Trucker. Omicron, the Nomad Soul, and the very last game, Wacky Races. My leg is completely dead, and it is completely asleep because I'm sitting on the floor, so I'm going to pause real quick and let my leg get some blood flow. Alright, I'm back. So uncomfortable. When your leg falls asleep, like, completely, it takes a while for the blood to start flowing again. And I couldn't walk. Cutting off circulation is not good, so I'm sitting in a different position. Hopefully it is all going to be fine. So, I have Switch, 1N64 game, NES, Super Nintendo, and Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance left to show you guys. So, I'm going to start with Switch because it's by far the biggest pile of things I have to show. And I like to save some of the better stuff for last, and in my opinion, the older stuff is cooler to see, because I'm only doing complete in box, so I have a good stack of Super Nintendo here, a good stack of NES, quite a few Game Boy games, and like I said, 1N64 game, which I shouldn't be getting in the N64 because I already have the complete set, but I found something. So, for Nintendo Switch, I'm going to start with the Collector's Edition stuff first, and some of this stuff I got maybe a year ago even, but it's been sitting at the store forever. So I have Panzer Dragoon, the Forever Limited Special Edition, very plain, ugly box, and I hate the packaging. Nothing inside is secured. Not that I'm going to open it, but Danganronpa Decadence Collector's Edition. It comes in like a giant, almost like a giant steel book, but it's like a giant metal tin. Also, from Forever Limited, I have Thief Simulator and Sparkle Ultimate Collection Special Editions. And some of those came with some other stuff. Like, I think I got like a Sparkle coffee mug or something with it. Something stupid that I don't need. And then I have the Metroid Dread Special Edition. This one I actually bought from Kyle because he had an extra one. And then the house in... I don't know if it's Fata or Fata Morgana. Dreams of the Revenants Edition from Limited Run. I also have To the Moon Special Edition. And Shin Megami Tensei 5 Fall of Man Premium Edition. I hate how they're all different freaking sizes. And then I have the Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon and Blade of Light 30 Anne's Years, which I think just means 30th anniversary, but whatever. So this is a really weird one. This does not have a physical cartridge in it. This is a download code with a bunch of collector stuff. So if you don't get this sealed, then you're not getting the game. Unless whoever you bought it from didn't use the code, of course. But this one here is factory sealed. I have no desire to open this. I just added it to the collection because it came into the store. I wasn't going out of my way to buy this originally because I think it's kind of dumb to release a physical edition for a digital game, a digital-only game. By physical edition, I mean just some trinkets and some collector's edition type stuff with no actual cartridge. I think that's kind of lame, but it is what it is. And then I also have the No More Heroes 1 and 2 special editions, which are the ones that magnetize to each other. Kind of cool. And some other big box stuff, but not quite as big. I have Sidus Alpha, We actually have these at the store if you guys are interested in picking one up. Fairly uncommon game. I wouldn't call it like rare or anything, but not a big release, and even the standard editions, they come just like this. This is not like a special edition, this is just how they come. And then I have the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl double pack. Shantae Half Genie Hero Day 1 limited edition. Switch Sports in the box with the leg strap. Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2 Classic Edition. My legs are doing good so far. Okinawa Rush Limited Edition. Sonic Colors Ultimate, which includes a Baby Sonic keychain. Prinny presents NES Classics Volume 2 Deluxe Edition, which has Makai Kingdom and ZHP. It's a double pack there. Castlevania Anniversary Collection. Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. This isn't a duplicate, is it? Nope. This is Curse of the Moon, the first one. Very expensive now. And then the Castlevania Anniversary Collection. I don't know what they call this edition. It's like the... So, like, these ones they call the Classic Edition because it looks more like an NES box. This one, I don't know what this is supposed to be modeled after, but it's almost like a Genesis case, but it's way bigger. I can't remember if it's called like the Deluxe Edition or the Collector's Edition or something. Every limited run game has like 3 different versions now, which I think is really stupid. And then this one's kind of cool. This is sort of the Necromancer Ultra Collector's Edition. This is a PAL copy, and it came with these cards. I actually backed this game on Kickstarter like 3 years ago, and it finally got made. So this is the copy that I was sent from the Kickstarter. I believe that we also have a standard copy as well, because Abby backed this at a different level, so we could get both versions. But I know that the game has a US release for the standard edition as well, so probably get that at some point. Continuing on with the big box stuff, we have Robotics Notes Elite Dash Double Pack Day 1 Edition. And then, I don't know how to pronounce it, probably Aokana, 4 Rhythms Across the Blue. And then Akiba's Trip, Hellbound, and Debriefed 10th Anniversary Edition. And last big box one is Active Life Outdoor Challenge, which includes 2 leg straps. So, just like the Wii Sports one, but I think this one actually came out first. But it has, I believe, the same exact leg strap. I mean, they look the same. But this is a Target exclusive one. I think that Abby picked this up just because she was like, oh, that's kind of weird. And it does seem like one that could maybe be hard to find in the future, so why not? And then we have the standard case games here. We have Cave Blazers, Mundawn, Darius Burst EX Plus Another Chronicle, Hypnospace Outlaw, Death End Request, Deathmark, Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, Link Evolution, and this is a factory sealed copy, and it says it has 3 cards in there, and since it's sealed, they're definitely in there, so this makes my one and only Yu-Gi-Oh! Game with the actual cards included, I think. This one's really cool, Overcooked and Overcooked 2 Special Edition. I didn't know until I saw this that they made a double pack. And it's both games on one cartridge. Overcooked, well, I guess I've never played the first one, but Overcooked 2 is a very, very fun party game. I played it with Abby and Ryan and Jess on 4-player, and it's very, very hectic. There's a lot of yelling and screaming, and it's just a really, really good time. Then we have the standard edition of Okinawa Rush. Ease 8, Lacrimosa of Dana, or Dana, whatever. Cyvariar Delta, Knights and Bikes, Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2, the Standard Edition, Rad Rogers Radical Edition. I was looking at some gameplay of this one, it looks kind of fun, I'll probably check that one out at some point. Will, A Wonderful World. You guys know that obviously I don't play every game that I own. It's literally impossible. But I do love collecting, which is why I do it. But also, I really, really like the Switch, and I have been playing more and more games. Just this past week, I tried out like 6 or 7 different Switch games and ended up putting 20 hours into one of them, a couple hours into another one, and right now I'm just playing through Mario Sunshine on the Switch 3D All-Stars. But the Switch is awesome. I'm loving it, and I do intend to play, at least try out a lot of these games in the future. Some of them I know that I'm not going to really be into, something like this. Probably not my type of game, but, you know, I will try most of them at some point. Deadly Premonition 2, A Blessing in Disguise. Shaun the Sheep, Home Farmageddon Party Edition. Actually looks pretty good. Probably play that at some point. Deadly Premonition Origins. Scully. Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin. We have an import here. This is, I can't remember the name. It doesn't have any English on here. I think it is something like Chocobo Fushigo no Dungeon something. I don't know. But it looks fun. Chronos Before the Ashes. There's another Switch game called Chronos, but it's with a K. And I tried that game out. Not my type of game. Monstrum. Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition. John Wick Hex, which I've never seen before. Didn't know they made a John Wick game, so that's kind of cool. WarioWare, Get It Together. And Spirit of the North. We're only halfway through the Standard Edition games. I have another stack here. To the Moon, Regular Edition. Mighty Switch Force Collection. Outlast, Bundle of Terror. And then Outlast 2. This one looks pretty fun. Battle Chef Brigade Deluxe. Looks like a puzzle game. Or at least has puzzle elements. I don't know. I like puzzle games. Looks fun. Freedom Finger. Taxi Chaos. Connect Tank. We have these at the store as well. Natsume game. Ghost Parade. Pokemon Shining Pearl. I put 15 hours into this or so, and then kind of lost interest, and then Arceus came out, and obviously I put 1,000,000 hours into that one. Spiritfarer. This game looks pretty cool as well. Probably check that out at some point. I think Abby played this one. Sea of Solitude, Director's Cut. Abby definitely played this one. I watched her play it for a bit. Not my type of game, but and I don't think she beat it, but maybe she did, actually. You know what? I think she did beat this. She said it wasn't very long. I think she did a staff pick on that one. And then we have Pokemon Legends Arceus. Awesome game. I love it so much. I have about, I think, 75 or 80 hours into it, and I've completely beaten the game, but there's some, like, post-game stuff, and trying to catch, like, every Pokemon and do all the extra stuff. So I've kind of taken a break from playing it, but I'm definitely not done yet. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. I think Abby was playing this one. I was playing Pearl. She only put like maybe an hour or two into it, though. I don't know. I'm excited for the new ones, but I want more games like Arceus. Then we have Angry Alligator. Gigantosaurus the game. From the back of this, it looked really fun, and I was excited to bring this home and play it one day from coming home from work. I put it in, and I'm not kidding you. Imagine a dinosaur game that is in the style of the Dora the Explorer cartoon. That is how I felt trying to play this. It felt like a game for literal babies. Life is Strange, True Colors. Fortnite Minty Legends Pack, which is one of those weird like game add-on things. I'm not going to show you the code, obviously, but there's no cartridge in here. It's just got a paper with a code, and it's got that little thing at the top there. If you ever see a case with a white strip like that, it is a download code only. I have a few of those in the collection. This one is opened. I don't know if it's been used or not, but honestly, I don't care. I've never played Fortnite. I don't really plan on it, so I'm not going to use this. It's purely just a collector's piece at this point. Another amazing game, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I did beat this. I did not 100% it because it's really freaking hard, but I did beat it. A lot of fun. Super cool. Hot Shot Racing, which looks kind of cool. It looks like a kind of polygon-style graphics, maybe similar to Horizon Chase Turbo or something like that, but looks like very, very arcade racing style, which I do enjoy those games. Double Dragon Neon. This one has something inside. It's like very, very heavy compared to any other game. This weighs twice as much. So it's got probably a thick manual, maybe like, I don't know, maybe some stickers or a keychain or something, but it's very heavy. Double Dragon 4. Whoop. Dimension Drive. No Straight Roads. Stacks are getting tall here. Borderlands Legendary Collection. Chrono Cross Radical Dreamers Edition. We still have some of these left at the store if you're interested. This is a Southeast Asian import one, but it's all in English. And then Jackbox Party Pack 7. Didn't know that they made physical versions of these Jackbox games for Switch, but I've played a couple at Vault, which is like the local barcade that we go to sometimes, and had a lot of fun playing with everyone else. And I think this is the one that we actually played. So cool to see that physical. And then the last Switch game is Time Spinner, which I know nothing about, but it looks like a cool side-scrolling kind of platformer adventure kind of game. I'll probably try that one out at some point. All right, so that's it for the Switch games. I know that was a lot. And let me move them out of frame here. And then we're gonna move on to, I think, Game Boy stuff next. Actually, you know, I'm gonna show you the one N64 game real quick, and that is International Superstar Soccer 2000. And as I said, I have every game. Don't worry, I'm wearing boxers. I have every N64 game, but this is a variant, and this is usually the one that people get first. This is the Spanish version. So it's all Spanish on the back. The manual is also in Spanish. The cartridge is identical, but the Spanish version here is much cheaper than the English one. So, because this game sold a lot better in Central America and Mexico. So it's way easier to find the Spanish one, and I made it a point to not get this one first because I didn't want to get this one and then kind of forget about the English one. So I made it a point to get the English one first, and then when I saw this, I picked this up as well. This, I believe, let me check, because I'm pretty sure this was just box and cartridge only, but I already have a manual for it. It does have a manual. But as you can see, it is Spanish. So I might have an extra manual for this one, actually, an extra Spanish manual. I'll have to double check. But either way, added one more to the N64 collection, which I don't get to do very often since I completed the set, but it's always fun. Still need some variants and stuff, of course. Alright, Game Boy. These are in no particular order, so it's going to be a mix of Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. First up is Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. This just happens to be sealed, but if I get an open one at some point, I'll just swap it out. Another sealed one, Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. Monster Truck Madness. Advance Wars 2, Black Hole Rising. And some of these may be like box only or box and manual only or box and cartridge, but some of them are complete as well. Elevator Action for the original Game Boy. This is a pretty uncommon one. Glad to knock that off the list. And then Alleyway. Scooby-Doo 2. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, the Player's Choice variant. Kong, Eighth Wonder of the World. This one, I believe this was a condition upgrade, even though it's not that good a condition, but I think that... Where's my Game Boy stuff? It's right here behind me. Oh no, this is not an upgrade. This is a variant. Nope. It is an upgrade. So, it's Mega Man 2, the Player's Choice version. So this is my previous one, this is my new one. It doesn't really stay closed. Once I put it into a box protector, it'll be okay, but this one has like a rip here. It's completely crushed. The top is creased up. This side has like a crease and a cut down it. This one, it's got like a crease on this side, and it's kind of pushed in on the front, causing it to not stay closed. But other than that, it's not in bad shape. So that's a little bit of a condition upgrade. This is the one that I'm going to be taking to the store and getting rid of. Then we have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. I think that's the only Game Boy Color game. And then Let's Ride Sunshine Stables, nothing special. And then Link to the Past, the Player's Choice variant. And lastly, Batman Forever. This one I believe is box only. All right. Super Nintendo time. We're going to end with NES. So, first, a few manuals I needed to complete my copies. Kirby's Dream Course, Urban Strike, and Total Carnage. So, my boxes now have manuals to go in them. And then I have Super Slapshot, The Addams Family, Pugsley's Scavenger Hunt, Time Slip, that one is box only, I can feel it. Boxing Legends of the Ring, Street Fighter 2, and this one, this is just an upgrade, and I wouldn't have even known if I hadn't just looked, but we just got one of these traded in at the store, and it was going to be a condition upgrade over my copy that was on the shelf, but then I came in here to do this, and I realized I already had a condition upgrade here, so I have 3 copies now to choose from, make the best condition one to keep, and then we're going to have 2 to sell at the store. That is Street Fighter 2 Turbo. This one looks pretty good. This is much better than the one on the shelf, but I haven't seen the one at the store in person yet. I've only seen a photo that Adam sent me, so hopefully it's good. Then we have Kirby's Avalanche. I think this might have also been an upgrade, so we should have an extra one to sell at the store. Dragon's Lair. Pretty cool. Joe and Mac. Super James Pond. This one is box only, and it's really rough. It's got a rip down here, a huge crease across the front, a sticker there, but didn't have it. And then Pushover. This one has the plastic on it still, which is always cool. I love getting them like that. Roger Clemens MVP Baseball. NHL Stanley Cup. And finally, for Super Nintendo, Prince of Persia. So, as I've mentioned quite a few times in this video already, I'm only 2 games away from completing the GameCube set, and I just finished the Dreamcast set. So, I need a new console to focus on, and I think that I've made my decision, and I think it's going to be Super Nintendo. And I'm picking Super Nintendo because it is one of the oldest systems that I remember having as a kid. My friend and neighbor down the road, her older brother had an NES, and we played Excite Bike and Mario 3, but I didn't own an NES until I was older. But I remember having a Super Nintendo and playing Mario World and Donkey Kong Country 2, and Super Nintendo is probably one of the most expensive sets you can go for if you're going complete in box. But I have so many good games already out of the way, but I'm still only like maybe halfway through the set. So I don't really know how many more I'm actually going to be getting actively, but anytime one comes into the store that I don't have, even if it's box only, like that James Pond, I do keep it, add it to the collection, add components to complete it, or upgrade the condition, later on. But I think Super Nintendo is going to be what I focus on after GameCube, which is going to be exciting because PRGE is going to be happening this year, and I cannot wait. And I'm hoping to find some good stuff for my Super Nintendo collection. NES, I've been adding a lot of games to as well, but obviously there's a couple giant titles in the NES library that are going to be nearly impossible for me to get. So I'm going to continue plugging away at that as well, but I'm not necessarily focusing on it. But same with Super Nintendo, and same with Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. If a game comes into the store that's in box I don't have, I keep it no matter what. So I'm going to continue to add games to all these collections, but I think Super Nintendo is going to be my focus on trying to actually complete the set going forward. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to it because Super Nintendo is just so awesome. All right, so lastly, we have NES. First, a couple manuals I needed. Tennis. Don't know why I didn't have it. And G.I. Joe the Atlantis Factor. That's a very good manual to get out of the way. And then I didn't have a cartridge for Adventures of Lolo. I just had the box and manual. So now that's complete. And then another cartridge here. This, I should probably save this for last, but I don't care. I have the box and manual already, but I did not have the cartridge, and so I picked this up from a local store, and I got a pretty good price. I think they had it for like... Oh, Homer's barking at something. It's either $200 or $260 or something like that. It's hard to remember, but that is the Jetsons Cogswell's Caper. I better go see what Homer's barking at. Well, the stupid neighbors let their dogs out, or they got out or something, and they were in our front yard, and Homer was just going crazy out the window. So now he's over here. Hopefully he'll behave. So yes, Jetsons Cogswell's Caper. Very uncommon game. I got this months ago. I don't even know what they go for now, but I know that I got a good price on it at the time. It wasn't a steal or anything. I bought it from a store, but it is in amazing condition. 100% official, of course, so I'm happy with that. And then I put pants on, as you could see, because I had to go outside, tell those dogs to go home. So, those are the manuals and cartridges that I got. The rest here are either complete or they're, boxes. So, we have Super Dodgeball. No game. No game in that one, but it does have the manual. Top Secret Episode, Golgo 13. Also, no cartridge. Kung Fu. This is box only, and it's in a protector, but look how nice this is. This is, like, amazing condition. Especially for a black box game. A little bit of fading right there on the K, but that is beautiful condition. Heavy Barrel. Mission Impossible, and I can tell there's no cartridges in most of these. This one has it. Pac-Man. This is the Namco version. Pinball. Wampum. Pretty uncommon game. Abadox. And Wampum and Abadox definitely have cartridges in them. Same with this one, Dragon Spirit. This one I think is just a condition upgrade. This is a Tetris with the plastic on it, which is pretty nice. Got an old price tag on there for $45 as well. Simpsons Bar vs. the World. No cartridge in that one. Double Dragon. Pretty sure... It's hard to see all the way from back here. Pretty sure this is just a condition upgrade. Pirates. We had it for Super Nintendo, so we had to get the NES one as well. Dragon's Lair. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. This one is in here. I think this can't be a condition upgrade. This is not in great condition. Silkworm. That one has the cartridge. And lastly, feels like a complete one, Krusty's Funhouse. So, lots of good stuff. And like I said, this is not everything that I've added to the collection recently. This is just what I've put into the spreadsheet recently. So there is still going to be quite a bit, coming up. Obviously, there's always going to be more. But I'm going to try to do the pickup videos more often. And I just need to tell myself I don't need to wait till I get everything entered. Once I have stuff built up like this, I can just do a video whenever I want. So I will try to do them more often. I can't promise you guys a schedule or anything. But let's shoot for maybe once a month, and we'll see what happens. So, thank you guys so much for watching this pickup video. Homer, are you crying? Come here. You want to be in the video? Here he is. Hi, homie. What should the keyword be, homie? Oh my gosh. So, every time we do one of these videos, I give you guys a keyword at the end here. To put in your comment to see, so I can tell who watched the entire video. Hey, there's not a lot of room here, Homer. So, keyword for today is going to be pocket. Legend of Zelda Pocket Watch. That's where I'm getting it from. So, if you put the word pocket in your comment somewhere, I will know that you watched all the way till the end. And I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for allowing me to share my collection addiction with you guys. It's a lot of fun. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.